I apologize, y'all. I apologize once again. I don't know why this thing keeps jumping like this and doing this. This is the second day in a row um, that this has happened. Um, so, damn, I apologize. I apologize. Everything is just a little off track right now. But I had made an announcement at the beginning of the show. Big Haas is no longer with the show. Um, and like I said, I wish him much success, whatever his next venture is. Um, just got too much for him. So I'm not going to go into anything else. Just wish him the best. And now it's me. And you know who I be.
International.
G. That be me. So the show, solo dolo, every now and then, my man LaCrush will come on or call in and he'll contribute his part. Um, but I'm not gonna stop. Y'all deserve much more, better, and I'm gonna give you better. I'm gonna give you better. I can give it to you. I don't have to worry about um, somebody else's input or anything like that from now on. I give it to you raw. Always been. It's still gonna be all about facts and peace. Positive elevation creates positive energy creates elevation. Always creates elevation. That's what that is. Peace. Positive energy always creates elevation. I'm not gonna forget that. That's part of the show. That was foundation of the show, and that's gonna continue to be. Um, like I said today, throw it off because I got this resignation uh, toward the end of the day, and hey, I really wasn't prepared. I was only prepared to do half of a show and talk about limited things. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I wanted to talk about Gavin Newsom. I think he's going to be the front runner for the Democratic Party in 2028. Um, he's already fucked California up. Can't let him do that to America. See, I'm not looking at this presidency right now. They're going to handle their business. But I don't want what they handle to get done over. So let's watch this short video of how your boy Newsom, Galvin, who is Nancy Pelosi's nephew, how he and his how they just talk shit
The
about
people pass.
Trump, talk shit about everybody on this little podcast and stuff. All right, and I'm gonna let y'all hear this right here. And keep in mind, y'all, this is gonna be better. It'll get better as time goes on because I'm gonna be used to doing this whole thing by myself. But listen here, listen to this.
Have they figured it out that the identity piece of this is more important than the actual substance behind it?
They've been doing it for decades.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Why did I do that? My fault, y'all. My fault. I apologize on that right there. Hey. I'll find it again. Here it is right here. My fault. I apologize. My apologies.
Have they figured it out that the identity piece of this is more important than the actual substance behind it?
They've been doing it for decades. I mean, we've saw the welfare queens. They've seen the Southern strategy. We've seen it over and over. It's an old playbook, and we're as dumb as we want to be that we allow them to do this with CRT and ESG and DEI and every three-letter word.
And then they demonize people.
Yeah, demonize and they weaponize grievance. They other people. They talk down to people, past people. They humiliate people. They weaponize difficult issues. But the bottom line is, and I think it goes back to what we began with, is, and I applaud you for this, is we cannot continue to be on the defense reacting to this. We've got to go on the offense. We got to meet people where they are. But I also think this, and this is where, this is part of the conversation I'm trying to have, is you got to respect people you disagree with, and you can't just dismiss people. This notion
How do you fight it?
This
I
notion
think
of
I could kick most of their ass. I do think that if they want to do it. I know I can run them, but I don't know if we're going to fall into that place where we want to. Okay, we challenge you to a WWE fight here type of thing.
Counter it, but it's a natural reaction. I think it's one of the reasons we're losing so many men. And again, it's multi-ethnic. It's not just white men. We're losing them. We're losing them to these guys online. We're losing them people that I'm bringing on this podcast as well. That's why I brought.
These are bad guys, though. These are bad guys.
But they exist, and we could deny they exist. They exist. Not only they exist, they persist, and they're actually influencing young kids every single day.
How do we push some of those guys back under a rock?
I think we have to first understand what their motivations are. I think we have to understand what they're actually doing. And
you don't
I think
think
that's
it's racism and misogyny?
I think there's a lot of that, but I don't think it's exclusively that. When you talk to a guy like Steve Bannon, he talks about working folks, and he talks about how we hollowed out the industrial core of this country. I understand that. But so we can dismiss the notion of election denialism. We could completely dismiss what he did on January 6th, but I don't think you can dismiss what he's saying. Reminds me a lot of what Bernie Sanders was saying. Reminds me a lot of what Democrats said 20, 30 years ago.
There it is. There it is, y'all. What they're doing is they're trying to they're holding on for dear life any way they can. They know they're wrong. Democrats know they're wrong. They know they're fucked up. They're fucked up individuals. They're racist. They know this. Party of the Klan. Killed all the civil rights leaders. Lied to black people from the New Deal to the civil rights movement and on. Mass incarceration, take the father out of the household. Come on, I mean, they go on and on and on and on and on. Now they're fucked up because they're losing people. So they're trying to figure out what can they do to get these people back. That's what they want to know. What can they do to get these people back? What can they do? They want to know. We had them dumb, deaf, dumb, and blind. Now they done woke up, or they waking up. What can we do? What can we do? How can we get them back? How can we get them back? Nah, ain't nobody gonna fall for that no more. You got people waking up now. A lot of people waking up now. A lot of people. You got a lot of people waking up. Let me see something right quick. If I can. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all the story, and then while this story is playing, I'm gonna find this other article that I need to show y'all right here. Share my screen right here again. Yeah. Now this is a story about Barbie, the Barbie doll. Okay, I'm gonna show you how sinister people are. Okay. I'm going to show you how sinister they are. Real talk. How sinister they are. I don't know why I keep selecting that view. But anyway, it's how sinister they are.
The true story of Barbie, a cruel and selfish woman. 1955, Los Angeles. Barbara Miller, 25 years old, beautiful, blonde, elegant. Everyone called her Barbie. She lived in a small, entirely pink apartment. Pink walls, pink curtains, pink furniture. Barbara dreamed of one thing, becoming Miss California. Always smiling, always flawless, always too perfect. But there was a problem. Every competition Barbara entered, one contestant would disappear. Diane Carter, last seen after a rehearsal. Linda Harris vanished the night before the big regional contest. Suzanne Baker never reappeared after the preparation party. In total, 10 women went missing. No witnesses, no clues. Barbara, always smiling, was the default winner. The police began to suspect Barbie. One day when she was absent, the officers found in her basement dresses stained and hanging on the wall, broken crowns arranged in a circle, and most chilling of all, handmade dolls perfectly lined up. each with the name of a missing contestant. The next day, the final competition arrived. Barbie was ready, in a white dress, her smile frozen. But this time, the police were waiting. Barbara Miller was arrested, sentenced to life in prison. In 1959, 4 years after her arrest, Mattel launched a blonde, elegant, perfect doll with a fixed smile. Her name, Barbie. What story would you like to hear next? Here is the true story of Barbie, a cruel and selfish woman.
Y'all let y'all kids play. Y'all, most of y'all most of y'all played with it. Played with Barbie dolls, Barbie and Kens, and all that shit right there. Didn't know what y'all were doing. All right, I'm just saying. All right, I have a this other one. Yeah, I got where it's going. Let me play this next one for you while it's hot out the press. Here we go.
Smith is a fixture of ESPN's
Here it is, right here.
Back, the LA Times with a warning to Democrats. Do not ignore Stephen A. Smith. Smith is a fixture of ESPN's airways. He's an obvious pillar of the network, has been for a very long time. You know that. But lately, the last couple of years at least, he's been a voice of reason for an increasingly radical Democrat Party. More from the LA Times. The columnist saying, do I think the face of ESPN, who according to multiple sources just inked a 5-year, $100 million contract extension, and the most influential man in sports media is going to run for president on your ticket? No, I do not. But he's not wrong when he boasts that he could wipe the floor in a debate with people like AOC and Pete Buttigieg. Stephen A. Smith joins us tonight. And so thanks for coming on. Good to meet you.
What's going on, Rob? How are you, man? Nice to meet you.
I'm hanging in there. I'm excited to talk to you. You've been a moderate voice of reason for this party as it's moved further and further to the left. And my first question to you is, what was the impetus for you to start doing that?
It just got a bit sickening, a bit to the extremes, the fringes.
Yeah.
You know, so many people talked about the MAGA right. I was like, what about the progressive left? What are we doing here? What are we paying attention to? Are we not paying attention to the type of stuff that's going on? Are folks talking about the economy? No. Are they looking at the border and seeing 12+ million people cross the border illegally and bringing that up? No. There's no problem at the border whatsoever. Everything was great. This is what we heard for 3.5 years. When you look at those kind of things, and then you're seeing people get suspended or lose jobs for, echoing the wrong pronoun, and us having conversations about gender bathroom use and all of this other stuff, I'm like, it got a bit extreme and a bit ridiculous. You know, a lot of times folks within the Black community, we don't say this enough, but this is the absolute truth, Rob. A lot of us obviously vote Democratic, but we live very conservative lives. We come from very conservative households. Yeah. Our parents raised us in a certain way where you can't come into the home with with such nonsense. When you're talking to your mother or your father, they ain't having it. Yet somehow, some way, inexplicably, specifically since 1964, I should say inexplicably since the civil rights legislation, obviously they've had the Democratic vote for the Democratic Party has had the Black vote for the vast majority of that period. Yeah. But in the end, looking at all of those things, I just felt that it became a bit crazy and, quite frankly, a bit unfair.
What do you think? What's the platform the Democrats should be running on right now? I mean, I know you've said that you might get in, and now you're saying you probably won't get into politics. You're not going to get into politics.
My life is good.
But brother, trust me. I know your life's good. I saw the contract. But I'm just saying, what should they do? Give me the specifics you think they should be running on. What's the crazy stuff they got to get rid of?
I think they should be moderate, leaning, whether it's left or right, you should be moderate. You should be a centrist. You should be of the Bill Clinton ilk, willing to work with and having to work with the Newt Gingriches of the world, like they did in 1994.
Do you think that because I think what they tried to do with the last election was they put Joe Biden up as this face of moderation, but then they ran it behind the scenes like radicals.
Exactly.
I think they really screwed the pooch there, didn't they?
Without question, and embarrassingly so, I might add. First of all, listen, in 2016, and I've used this analogy on many, many occasions. No matter what you feel about Trump, and I'm not one of those people that wouldn't vote for a Republican. I'd vote for a Republican in a heartbeat if I thought there was the right candidate. My issue with Trump is more his behavior than anything else, right, which is why I haven't been a supporter of his. But I certainly don't denigrate some of the policies that they talk about. But I will tell you this, in 2016, I'll never forget, I keep saying this to everybody. Since 2015, when he strolled down the escalator, the Republican Party And folks who vote Republican said, we want him.
Yeah.
We don't want DeSantis. We don't want Christie. We don't want Ramaswamy. We don't want Carla Fiorini. We don't want Kasich. That's who we want. Don't tell us who to pick. We will decide who we pick. Whereas on the left, oh, it's Hillary's turn. Bernie Sanders, move aside. Oh, it's Joe Biden's turn. Oh, you know what? He needs to go after the June 27th debate. Now it's Kamala Harris's turn.
Not very democratic at all.
It's in violation of everything they said.
Yeah, let me ask you this. You said that you felt like a damn fool for voting for Kamala Harris. If you could do that vote over, would you have changed the vote?
I probably would not have. I might not have voted at all for the first time in my adult, because I think, and I've said this to a lot of people on the right, I don't sit up there and I've never been one to denigrate him, calling him racist and bringing up Nazis and Hitler and all of this incendiary stuff. I don't go that route. What I say is, a vast majority, somebody like yourself and others that cover this on an everyday basis, you have a level of understanding about what's going on. And so you might know the end game and you might see the forest from the trees. The average American citizen does not. And when you watch him conduct himself, he scares the living hell out of you. Now, you might not mind if you're the average American out there because you looked at the left and what they were doing and you say, I don't care, anything but them. But if you're center, or left, you're scared to death because you're like, oh my God, I hope this works. I hope this man doesn't cause World War III. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen. You find yourself and it makes you nervous. And so that's where that comes from more than anything else. And I'm qualified to say that in this regard. I knew Trump before he ran for president. And that's why I never went that line of engaging in incendiary rhetoric about him. We went to the Trump casinos. We went to those boxing matches. We saw Trump at basketball games. None of us ever called him that. So why all of a sudden he's running for president and we going to talk about him like that now?
But can you deny, I respect everything you just said, but can you deny that, I mean, when you look at just on results and policy, there is no question between 2016 to 2020 and then that gap and then what we see now. I mean, the other side and the radical side that you're trying to moderate in your own party, or the party that I think you more affiliate with, the Democrat Party, even though I know you're an independent. But I mean, there is no question that he is a fixer of the disasters and the fires that they light. I can't see it any other way.
I don't blame you for seeing that way, but where y'all lose me is that, see, we have to understand that they are, like, for example, we have a $37 plus trillion debt.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Democrats that spent
I know that.
I'm just saying, but during the time he was spending, you'd have people on the right trying to ignore that. I'm like, wait a minute, get on him.
Well,
he did get on folks on the left when they spent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference, though, between, I think, growing the government massively and giving people tax breaks. And there's two different kinds of deficit. And I like his kind of deficit. Yeah.
That's fair. And I don't think it's wrong for you to say that. But in the same breath, if those tax breaks are going to people that your hope is ultimately going to employ folks, and that's not what they're doing with the tax breaks that they get, then how does that serve the American citizen? How does that fuel the economy? I'm just saying it's a question. I'm not saying I know the answer. You would know it better than me. I have to respect that because this is what you do every day. I'm just saying those are the kind of questions that you find yourself asking. The difference between now and years ago, I'd see one side and I say that side is just as wrong as the other side. Yeah. But when I saw how we got hoodwinked with the whole Biden thing, when I saw Kamala Harris go on The View and say, I would do nothing differently, I didn't see anything wrong. When I see 12 plus million people crossing the border illegally and we're acting like we don't have an immigration crisis. When I saw inflation and you telling us there was no inflation. When I saw crimes in the street, when I saw homelessness and you were saying those things didn't exist, it was a figment of our imagination.
Yeah.
I said, you know what?
You got to say something. Yeah.
The right got me on this one because I can't deny what I'm seeing and experiencing with my own two eyes. And regardless of how affluent my life has become and how blessed I go to the supermarket and buy my own eggs and milk and I pump my own gas. Yeah. I know how much it costs. Yeah, so when they were telling me something different, I was like, wait a damn minute. Something's wrong with that picture.
I'm beyond out of time. All I can say no, it's all right. It was a great conversation. All I can say is if they start listening to you, the Republican Party is in trouble. That's what I'm going to leave the conversation with because that was one of the better. You explained it better than anybody on your side has in a long time. Stephen A. Smith. Right. I hope you come back. Good to see you.
No problem. Pleasure to meet you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. There it is. I mean, King Coon, Democrat, all the way. He said it. They got him. Bamboozled. Hoodwinked. And when I tell y'all that, y'all call me Uncle Tom. Democrats ain't never had our interests. Y'all said the party switched. I had a debate and I told him I won right here. Because the parties never switched. What happened was the voters switched. You had black people started voting Democrat because of the promises of LBJ. The promises that LBJ said. He said he gonna do all of this, civil rights. He gonna get this civil rights bill passed. But do y'all know that only 63, I'm gonna give it 69, it was 60-some% of Democrats. And Democrats was the majority of the people in this at this time in Congress. Only 60-some% of the Democrats voted for the law to pass. The Republicans had 80-some% out of their party to vote for this law. If the Republicans would have been racist ones, why would 80% of the party vote for black people to have civil rights? Let me tell you something. LBJ, he said, it's facts. LBJ, he gathered his party members where he said, we gotta pass this. We gotta pass this. We gotta get this thing passed for these niggas. He said, help me pass it. He said, help me pass this civil rights bill. He said, and I promise you, and I guarantee you I have these niggas voting Democrat for the next 200 years. It's all a trick. All a trick. LBJ tricked you. Just like Roosevelt. He tricked you with the New Deal. Same thing he said. That's where LBJ got it from. Promise them, but don't fulfill any promise. The New Deal, that's when that started. And we've been hoodwinked, bamboozled. How the hell you gonna start? You know Democrat Party is the party of the damn Ku Klux Klan and all that. This is back in the day, in the 30s, you know, when this New Deal was presented. You know the Klan is that party. And you gonna join the party of your oppressor? You must have been hit over the motherfucking head. But I'm gonna show you some more devils. I'm gonna get into some more devilment. Because they're not the only ones that's devils. And I wanted to do a whole show about these people right here, and I'm going to continue on. I wanted to do, let me see. I wanted to do a whole show about and break these people down. I think that's when he got scared and quit because I had told him about what I was going to do. But anyway, shit. But listen, this is what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to show you this. Then I'm going to go to another one after that and show you. Keep it going because we ain't got much time. I don't know why I keep doing that. Don't know why. But look at this, y'all. Check this out. That's where it all come from.
Metzitza B'Peh is an ancient Jewish Talmudic blood ritual in which a Mohel rabbi uses his mouth to suck the blood from a baby's penis directly after it has been circumcised. This satanic ritual has been performed for thousands of years and is still practiced up until this very day on thousands of newborn babies. This ritual has caused the death of many infants due to the transmission of the herpes virus that gets passed down from the rabbi to the baby. In spite of all the potential danger to the baby and its sick and twisted nature, it is still performed daily across the globe, and it is rigorously defended by the Jewish community.
Hey, I ain't finished with these animals. They call themselves the so-called Jews, the chosen ones, and all that. I ain't finished with them. I ain't finished. I got a whole show about them, for real. Whole show about them. Not this one right here. Hold up. Let's go with her. See what she's talking about right here.
That the Bible's,
Let's go. Let's see what
it
Candace
is
talking about.
very sick. They're basically saying that the Bible's, the Bible will bless those who bless Israel. And I'm like, okay, so we have a country who first and foremost doesn't have to give us back our pedophiles. Literally, they have this weird rule that you can go if you're Jewish and hide as a pedophile. And actually an amazing Jewish organization did the work there.
Epstein.
You can pull it up. I think it was on CBS. I forgot what the name of the Jewish organization, but they went to Israel and was like, why are we harboring pedophiles?
So there was a Jewish organization that they had pedophiles.
They did amazing. No, they were not the pedophiles. They did the investigation to show how people are how like people who have molested children in America, if they're Jewish, they can then make their trip to Israel and be protected by the government.
Why do they allow it?
Because they have special consideration and they are not allowed. They don't have to give us back our pedophiles. I don't know. I never understand these random Israeli loopholes. And it's ridiculous. And the fact that they can just call people anti-Semitic, it's just like a sweeping allegation. How dare you notice that this is happening over here? You anti-Semite. And it's like, we have every right to critique this nation because you take money from us, especially.
All right, I'm gonna keep it going. Keep it going, because I ain't finished. Let's listen to this brother right here. I ain't finished.
The Israel in the Bible is not the same Israel as today. And I know what you're thinking, and you're already jumping into conclusions, but hear me out. People are over here fighting and debating over a misunderstanding of what Israel actually means. They think that the modern Israel is the same as the Israel God promised in the Bible. It's not. In the Bible, Israel means two things. First, Israel was a person. In Genesis 32, Jacob wrestled with God, literally fought him all night long. And after that, God changed his name to Israel, which means he struggles with God. Second, Israel became a nation. Jacob's 12 sons became the 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people. But hear this out, they were not chosen because of their land. They were chosen because of God's promise. The nation of Israel existed under kings like David and Solomon. But guess what? They lost their land. They were exiled because they turned away from God. Fast forward today, Israel was founded in 1948 as a political state. But that's not the same as biblical Israel. It's not ruled by biblical law. Not everyone there is a descendant of the 12 tribes. And the land does not define God's people. Faith does. So when people think that defending modern day Israel is the same as defending God's chosen people, no, you're missing the whole point of scripture. God's Israel was never about land, but about a relationship with him. The Israel.
Okay. You better wake up. You better wake up. I'm telling you, you better wake up. Now, let's move on to this right here. Let's move on to this one.
According to mainstream media and historians, Adolf Hitler was an extremely bitter and bigoted racist who encouraged hatred of non-whites in the Third Reich. But what did black people who actually visited Nazi Germany have to say about how they were treated? Regarding the Berlin Olympics in 1936, the celebrated African-American athlete Jesse Owens remarked in his autobiography that he received the most enthusiastic applause of his career from the German crowd, and that Hitler himself waved to him warmly. Hitler did not snub me. It was Roosevelt who snubbed me. The president didn't even send me a telegram. Owens also noted that during his time in Berlin, the German people frequently stopped him on the street just to congratulate him on his success. Believe it or not, the civil rights leader W.E.B. Du Bois, having also visited Germany in the 1930s, commented that the National Socialists do not show any trace of racial hatred toward blacks. According to mainstream media and historians,
Hey, listen, y'all. I'm telling you, you better damn wake up. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. Hey, listen, I'm getting ready to about ready to get out of here. But before I do, hold on, let me stop sharing. But before I do, let me see here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, before I do, I want to show you this mic drop right quick. Show you this mic drop, a little comical stuff. I'm gonna show you to take us out. Here we are, right here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I keep doing that, but we're gonna stop it. All right, here we go.
There is now a member of the European Parliament from France who does not think the U.S. represents the values of the Statue of Liberty anymore. They want the Statue of Liberty back. So is President Trump going to send the Statue of Liberty back to France?
Absolutely not. And my advice to that unnamed low-level French politician would be to remind them that it's only because of the United States of America that the French are not speaking German right now. So they should be very grateful to our great country.
There is no
Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Yep. Mic drop. Mic drop. I had a mic drop for y'all too. Let me see if I could find it. If it'll come on. If it'll play. It won't play. Let's see about this one. Neither one of them will play. But anyway, I just wanted to come on today to do a show because I'm not going to stop no matter what. Just give me time to prepare, be better next time, for the next show. And next show will be on Saturday.
member of the European.
And it will be what we were going to do it on. As you can see, wait a minute here. I'm going to show y'all a little something here. The show Saturday was supposed to have been on colorism, and I apologize that, messing with the games and head company and all that right there, I wasn't prepared. Well, I was going on. I'm going to let Big Haas take control for a little while, but he become mad, and, so what? Over with, said and done. But here, this is starting out. Starting out. Yeah, let me see here. I don't know why I keep going to that screen like that. But anyway, let me take his name out of here. He's no longer with the show. All right. Colorism. The Only Opinion That Matters presents a tribal funk power move, Just My Thoughts, with International G. And I probably have a special guest on the show. We're going to talk about colorism. And I got it started. I had it started. I was ready for the show a little bit. Just had company. Yeah. I'm going to be ready for the show on Saturday. It's going to be a show that I want y'all to tune into. If it's a better time for me to do the show, I know the games are on, and I don't want to interrupt anybody or take anybody from the game, make them stop watching the game and watch the podcast. But the podcast, you can go back and watch it. Tell your friends to watch it and send it to somebody. Let them watch it because it's going to be very interesting. Colorism. That's the topic. That's what we'll speak about. And I hope to have some special guests on the show. And again, I apologize for the unprofessional layout of the show this time. It just took me by storm. My main man, he's still my main man. I'm not gonna dog you out, even though you're a fucking quitter. That's what the fuck you are, a damn quitter. Always quitting on somebody, but you wasn't paying no motherfucking money no way. I was paying every motherfucking thing anyway, so it ain't shit, nothing, no way. So everything cool. Hope you get your own show. I hope you much success to you. But you won't never be able to come back here again. Promise you that, because but you still my man. You still my man. You my main man. We still break bread other ways, but not podcasting again. It's the second time. Ain't gonna be no third. All right? Let you back in, you do the same shit. Just like a motherfucking Democrat. All right. But anyway, peace and love, everybody. Peace and love, okay? Peace with the positive energy always creates elevation. With the positive energy that always creates elevation. And I'll get that for you right here to let y'all know that peace, positive energy always creates elevation. So we got to be positive. We got to move on. Got to move together stronger and be stronger and be better. And this show will get better. I promise you that now. Now it's on me. Now I have time to focus the show like I want it and structure it like I want it. I don't have to wait on nobody or wait somebody to get lights and this and that and all that right there. No, I can just take it off. I can promote it like I want to, and you're going to see a big difference. You're going to see some special guests and everything like that. Y'all find ways that y'all know that I can make the show better. You want a topic that you want me to discuss on a Saturday, feel free. Thursday, supposed to be getting another show off the ground. Well, not me, with affiliation of The Only Opinion That Matters. So look out for that show as well on Thursdays, coming out on Thursdays. So we'll be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Okay? We're trying to get every day of the week. There's not going to be an excuse. And I hope everybody soon realize that it's all right to think. It's all right to read. It's all right to learn. It's all right to think different. It's all right to think different. I started a poem, or not a poem. Started this thing. For you Democrats. I haven't got finished it yet. I said, think different. You voted Democrat your entire life. And what have they done but harm and lie to you? What progressions in life have you made? How about your community? What about the people that look like you? Think different. I haven't finished it yet. There's some things that I'm working on. I want y'all to start thinking different and study. Once I finish the about the Democrat Party, I'm gonna I have to charge y'all for this shit right here because this is what's gonna break the curse. Because like I said, people that tell y'all that the Democratic Party, it was a switch in the party, they're lying to you, and I can prove it. There was no switch in the party. The switch came from the voter. The voters, like I said, the voters switched only because they were lied to. That's it. So anyway, y'all take it easy. See you on Saturday. See you on Saturday with colorism. I'll have that finished up. Then on Tuesday again, hot off the press. But y'all take it easy, for real. Y'all be good. I'm gonna leave y'all like, all right, let me see. Where's the outro? Leave y'all like this.